Hey, Angie Rae here with Girl That's Toxic. Check this out. We know during the COVID pandemic that things were just shut down. There were no musical venues happening that would have attracted large crowds, which was against everything the CDC was saying about being in large crowds and passing along this horrible pandemic. So I am well aware that in local cities like where I live now, where you live, local governments were doing their part to help artists um, not have to go on welfare, to keep them with some sort of money, until this went away and until venues could open again. And I shouldn't say I'm surprised, but I'm ticked off at the federal government. Ooh, surprise. The federal government back then in 2020, the Small Business Administration had a grants program called Save Our Stages. Okay. And they had $16 billion in grants. Okay. Now, a grant is something you don't have to pay back. A loan, you're going to have to pay that back. So $16 billion in grant money. Okay. And yes, was this money, some of it used to help smaller venues and more independent type artists? Yes. But some of that money was spent on some folks that I want my money back. And let me tell you who they are. So, peep this. We're going to go over her. So, come back, her. So, this is Post Malone. And Post Malone, along with this dude, Chris Brown, they both got $10 million apiece. Post Malone was on his face. Chris Brown was on his face. Oh, maybe they gave them both $10 million because they have stupid tattoos on their face. I don't know. All right, let's go to this dude. Steve Aoki got $9.9 million. Okay, these are people who they have built-in audiences. They have money. Okay. Lil Wayne, $8.9 million. Have we heard anything from Lil Wayne lately? And then the Smashing Pumpkins got $8.6 million. Now, check this out. Sources say that the maximum relief money many of the venue owners got was $100,000. Period. Full stop. I didn't say a million. I said 100,000. And these people who are known, who have money, they got millions of dollars. That is offensive for me. And I wanted to come on here and let you know that this was a thing. Now, I think the SBA is saying there were a few limits on how the money could be spent. We should put some limits on how this money, $16 billion that the federal government, okay, is spreading out into the United States to help artists and venues stay afloat until this pandemic, wasn't as crazy as it was back then. I am offended. And I am all for the independent artists. That's where the money should have gone, those venues as well. I just wanted to make sure that this was something you knew about, because it's a thing. And again, whenever the federal government says that it's giving money, ... I'm always like, what's the oversight? What's the transparency? What's the accountability? I mean, it's like that for whether it's local, state, or federal. But if the federal government, Small Business Administration, is dealing in 16 billion, okay, I'm going to need a lot of accountability, a lot of transparency. I'm going to need you to tell me why the hell that happened.